In this video, we will explore 6 things that narcissistic mothers do. The last one is especially vicious. Number 1. Emotional manipulation. In the vast landscape of human interactions, few tactics are as deceptive and damaging as emotional manipulation. When it comes from someone as foundational as a mother, the effects can ripple throughout a person's life, leaving scars that may take years, even decades, to heal. Emotional manipulation is an art of control. It's subtle, often camouflaged as concern or love. Picture this: a mother guilting her child for wanting to spend time with friends, saying, "After all I've done for you, you'd rather be with them than me." Or leveraging emotions as bargaining chips, suggesting, "If you loved me, you'd do this for me." These are not just requests or offhand remarks, they are loaded statements designed to control the receiver's actions and emotions. The manipulated often grapple with guilt, confusion, and a deeply ingrained belief that their feelings and needs are secondary or even irrelevant. They learn to tiptoe around the manipulator's emotions, constantly monitoring their own behavior to avoid triggering displeasure or wrath. The psychological toll: anxiety, self-doubt, and a diminished sense of self-worth. A narcissistic mother, armed with the tools of emotional manipulation, can weaponize love, affection, approval, and even basic parental care. She might withhold affection when displeased, only to smother with love when her demands are met, creating a volatile emotional rollercoaster for her child. The heart of the matter is this: every individual, irrespective of age, yearns for genuine emotional connection, especially from a parent. However, when love is conditional, when it's a tool of barter rather than a gift, it becomes a double-edged sword. Emotional manipulation tarnishes the sanctity of this bond, turning it from a source of comfort into a channel of control and coercion. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards breaking free, finding healing, and reclaiming one's emotional autonomy. Number 2. Excessive need for recognition. In the intricate tapestry of family dynamics, it's often difficult to distinguish between what is normal and what veers into the realm of the unhealthy. However, when it comes to maternal figures exhibiting narcissistic tendencies, there's a glaring sign that stands out: an excessive need for recognition. Imagine a mother who constantly demands praise for every little deed she performs, even if it's a basic parental duty. It's not just about being appreciated, it's about being the center of attention, the star of the show. At family gatherings, she might recount stories where she's painted as the heroine, expecting adulation in return. Or perhaps, she's the type to constantly compare herself to other mothers, seeking validation that she's superior. It's heart-wrenching, isn't it? When a child's accomplishments are overshadowed by a mother's insatiable hunger for applause. Such behavior not only breeds resentment but can also crush the child's self-esteem, making them feel perpetually inadequate. It's as if they're orbiting a sun that refuses to shine light on anyone but itself. Remember, a genuine, loving parent celebrates their child's achievements and doesn't constantly seek validation to prop up their own ego. If this paints a picture of your maternal relationship, it might be time to delve deeper. Number 3. Comparisons and criticism. A child looks to their mother as a beacon of acceptance and love. But when this maternal figure becomes a constant source of comparisons and criticism, the very foundation of that bond trembles. Imagine being perpetually weighed against your peers, siblings, or even fictional ideals. Why can't you be more like so-and-so? A narcissistic mother might continuously spotlight your perceived flaws while magnifying others' achievements. This isn't innocent motivation. It's a psychological strategy designed to keep you chasing an ever-moving target of approval. The undertone of these comparisons: you're never enough. The achievements you're so proud of, they're diminished in her eyes. Each criticism, whether overt or cloaked in concern, chips away at your self-worth, often leading to an internalized voice that whispers, "If only I could be better, she'd love me more." This toxic cycle of comparison and criticism creates a maelstrom of insecurity. It fosters an environment where a child feels perpetually inadequate, perpetually in the shadow of someone else's brilliance, or an unattainable standard. A loving relationship should uplift, not undermine. Remember, Constant comparisons and criticisms are not reflections of your worth but indicators of a narcissist's need to control and dominate the narrative of your self-worth. Number 4. Inconsistent support. One of the most unsettling traits in a narcissistic mother is the unpredictability of her support. Like navigating a maze in the dark, you're never quite sure where the path might lead or when a dead end will suddenly appear. At one moment, she's your biggest cheerleader, lauding your successes, making you feel on top of the world. Yet, almost in the blink of an eye, that support can evaporate, leaving you stranded in a chilling void of indifference or, worse, scorn. It's this inconsistency that keeps you constantly on edge, perpetually seeking that elusive, sustained affirmation. Such wavering support isn't mere fickleness. It's a calculated strategy. By keeping you guessing, a narcissistic mother maintains a firm grip on your emotional reins. Every accomplishment is overshadowed by the looming question, will she be proud, or will she find fault? This volatile environment breeds anxiety and doubt. It's like building a house on shifting sands. There's no stable foundation. The emotional toll is profound, leading to an incessant need for external validation and approval in other aspects of life. Inconsistent support isn't just about the absence of encouragement. It's about the unpredictability of emotional security. A love that's here today and gone tomorrow creates an ever-present fear of abandonment. Number 5. Overstepping boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define our personal space, our emotional autonomy, and our sense of self. When a mother, the very person who should respect and nurture these boundaries, constantly oversteps, it's a violation at the core of one's identity. A narcissistic mother might snoop through personal belongings, demand detailed accounts of your daily life, or even interfere in adult relationships and decisions. These invasions aren't born out of innocent concern. They are manifestations of control, a relentless need to keep you tethered, dominated, and under surveillance. Such overstepping breeds a sense of suffocation. There's a lingering feeling of being watched, judged, and scrutinized. The sanctity of personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences is compromised, leading to a stifling environment where genuine self-expression feels perilous. Intrusions by a narcissistic mother send a disconcerting message: you don't have the right to privacy or autonomy. Over time, this can erode confidence, instilling a belief that one's boundaries are irrelevant or even non-existent. Every individual deserves respect for their boundaries. It's essential for mental well-being and self-worth. When these lines are constantly blurred or crossed, it's not just an infringement on personal space, it's an assault on the very essence of one's individuality. Number 6. Conditional love and approval. True love, especially from a mother, should be unwavering, steadfast, and unconditional. However, in the world of a narcissistic mother, love becomes a bargaining chip, dispensed or withheld to serve her own needs. Conditional love and approval is a game of ifs and buts. If you achieve this, then I'll be proud, or if you behave this way, then you'll earn my love. This kind of love isn't genuine, it's transactional, built on a foundation of shifting sands. Children raised in such environments become perpetual performers, their worth measured by their ability to appease and fulfill the ever-changing criteria set by the mother. The repercussions: a lingering belief that love is earned rather than freely given. That one's intrinsic value is contingent upon external achievements or meeting someone else's expectations. The hunger for validation becomes a lifelong quest, with the fear of rejection always looming large. Conditional love and approval distort the very essence of the parent-child bond. Instead of a sanctuary of acceptance and support, the relationship becomes a tightrope of anxiety and uncertainty. Everyone deserves love free from conditions, especially from those who should cherish us most. Those are the 6 ways to recognize a narcissistic mother. If you need help dealing with a narcissist in your family, see the link in the description. We recommend our video on what happens to narcissists in their 40s next.